Hi, people. I'm back to see you one more time. Got a lot of information for you. I'm hoping the information I give you, you will follow up on. Everybody can benefit from what I'm going to say. Uh, I told you beginning of the month or so, a while back, I told you it was early for the dog man to come through my house, through my yard, and show up there, kind of early, like an early happening, like it's going to be pretty interesting summer. Well, talked to my friend Judith in Scotland and the UK. Anyhow, a lot going on over there too. I'll probably get into telling you some of that later, but let me tell you what's going on right now that I've just basically learned. I knew, but I didn't know that much about it. I do these call outs, and I never knew why. I never knew how. I didn't know what it was about or nothing. I just knew stuff comes out of my mouth. It happens later. So I talked about this, and one of my people that commented in here said, that's called channeling. I don't know from channeling. I don't know what that is, but okay. Well, last night, brilliant me takes all this time to sit down and look on YouTube, uh, people who do channeling. So I found people who do channeling. I had a lady show up there and explain what channeling is, how it works. Not completely, but mostly the basics of it. There's 7 points involved in this. I fit all of them. I didn't know. And most likely, I was born into this. Like I was born on the winter solstice, okay? I never knew what that meant till recently. I didn't know I had a gift until 1960, until I was 68 years old. And anyway, this I think has a lot to do with why the Foots have come to me. I don't know. All I know is they're here and I enjoy them. They're my friends. Anyway, there's a lot going on with the lady in Scotland. She feels a lot's happening. I'm not getting a lot of these feelings that she's getting because I'm so stinking busy. I have to move my shop. I have to move the house. I have to build a building to put my shop in. I have so much stuff going on. And I'll be 76 years old in December. I'm too old to be doing this stuff, but I'm doing it anyway. So, by the way, a long time ago, like I said, things come out of my mouth. I call them out. And I hope this one's right. And I'm sitting there around people one day. I said, man, I'm going to live to be 100 years old. Hey, maybe I will. I don't know. I hope I do. I can get a lot done between now and then. But anyway, for right now, I got to keep my health up and get my stuff done I got to do. And keep you people informed of what's going on with the Foots and what's going on with all that is part of my job. Now, as far as the latest things with going on around me, like I said, these things happen to me. They're like a mundane thing, and I don't usually bother to bring it up unless it's something worth talking about. But I'm gonna bring up some of this silly stuff for you. Okay, I took a load of stuff from my shop out to my house. I have a big gate in front of my house with a lock on it, and I have to move that gate to go up and down the hill. So I opened the gate and I went up the hill with a load of stuff. Well, I got ready to leave. I come down. I gotta go out the gate, go back, and lock the gate and shut it up. Well, right in front of my gate is a big pile of stool from some kind of a critter. It's not deer or nothing like that. It's not human. I would say it's the Foots. They dumped right in front of my gate. This is some of the things they do. They let me know they were there. If no other way, that's how they let me know they were there. Okay, I understand this. If you lived my life with them, you'd know what I'm talking about. So they let me know they were there. That stool wasn't there when I went in up to the house to dump stuff, but it was there when I come back. So anyway, that let me know that, yeah, okay, I know you're here. That's fine. So I come on back to Columbus, and I got running around doing all kind of stuff. I had to go. I got a big shed behind the house that I keep much stuff in. So I had to go down there. I keep a lot of gas cans and other stuff in there. But anyway, I'm coming back out of there. I just took something into the shed and I took it back out. When I come back, my house in Columbus, same stool sitting right beside my house in the driveway. I'm sure nobody come up and took a shit in my driveway in the middle of the day. Or you just don't get around my house. My dogs let me know who's there. Everybody's around. That's common. So they let me know they're in Columbus. Okay. So then next thing that happened, me and Sharon went to the store, getting close to almost dark. Still see good, but it's just barely, wasn't really full light. So we're coming up this one road by the house that tees into our road. Now our road that we live on runs east and west. This comes north and south. I'm not going to tell you the names of the streets, but anyway, where it comes in this way, the road itself stops, but there's a gangway through there, like where the road should have been, but they never developed to the next street over. Well, as we're coming up the road, Sharon just looks, says, "Stop, look, listen, listen." I'm like, what? And I literally stopped the car. What are you talking about? She says, "You didn't see it?" I said, "No." One of the foots, she could see one of the foots cross that gangway as we're coming to it. Right there in the city. Something crossed it in black. She's seen it. So I already dumped the load out there, so I know they was there. Now Sharon's seen one, so that's as positive as you can get. That's right in Columbus. People won't believe this, but I'm at the point I don't care. Believe it or not, this is what happens. Like I said, I do a polygraph test, whatever anybody wants. My words have been verified through Edgar, the scientist. He confirmed everything I said from Russia. I confirm what he says, and he confirms what I say. I don't know the man. I don't think Steve Isdall would ever let me contact him or be in touch with him. And we're both on the same wavelength. He'll probably never hear of me. Steve won't talk about me on the show. That's all right. I got you people to understand what's happening. Now, talking to the, well, let me go back on the other thing. Let me get back on what I do on my call outs. I went to this channel called People That Do Channeling. I didn't know this was called channeling until one of my viewers, after listening to what I had to say, she wrote in on my comment and said, "That's called channeling what you do." Okay. I never bothered looking it up till last night, and I'm getting all this worked out and I'm starting to understand it. And I talked to Judith, and she does channeling. It's just part of her life. She's done this all her life. She knows a lot of things that go on around her that she knows about. So somehow that's how we got connected. The foot we seen to it that we got a hold of each other. Anyhow, that the little incidents, that's some of the mundane things that I don't bother to tell you guys about half the time. This might be, if it happened to you in your house, you, oh wow, look what happened. I'm past all that. This is my life. But anyway, this channeling thing, for you people to understand me a little better and have maybe a little more faith in what I say, Uh, I want you to go to YouTube, type in people who channel, and follow that information. The one lady, the first video I got, the lady went through 7 different steps of what you do with it, and everything fit me perfect, which I understand now. I didn't know that I understand now. And I've been doing this all my life and not even knowing it. Everything's all coming about. Now, there's something going on right now that is really it's pretty heavy what's happening. I don't know what it is yet. Uh, Judith's trying to figure out what it is, but she knows there's something really. Oh man, I don't pop, pop, apocalypse, apocalyptic, more or less. It's big, whatever it is, it's going to happen. I don't know if that's in the spiritual world or our world, but it's happening. She's got this through the foot. Something's going to happen really big. So I'm trying to understand it and figure out what it is, and eventually they'll tell us. You can't. Me or Judith, either one. We don't ask questions. We've both learned not to do that shit. Before we ever spoke to each other, we don't ask questions. So she's like me. She just wonders and tries to figure. And sometimes it'll all come to you. Sometimes you just have to wait longer. But what we got is I can't give you everything going on. I can't tell you all of it, but it's the resolve. This is basically the start of the resolve. Where it's going to go, I don't know. I don't know if this is a spiritual resolve. I know this is what they'd give me. Now, when I speak of the resolve, it's quite similar to what the Bible says in Revelations or whatever it is. I don't know. But uh, everything's falling together just fine. And like I said, when I called all this out, when I was down at Matt's house and his wife was there, I made all these call outs. I told Matt, I said, he's telling me about politics. I'm telling him when he come at me with this and got my attention. I turned back and I says, Matt, this is not between Democrats and Republicans. This is between good and evil. And I went on and on. I told him, I says, all the corruption will be gone. The corrupt will be dealt with. I said, there's going to be military tribunals. There are going to be executions. Uh, I told him they're going to use the RICO Act on people. That's how they're going to bring all these together. Now, when the RICO Act come out of my mouth, my mind's saying something else. They can't use that on politicians. That's for bikers and gangsters. But I was saying something else. That's what got my attention to the fact that this is coming from somebody besides me. But my mouth's doing it. That's one of my phrases is things that come out of my mouth. Not things I say, things that come out of my mouth. It's different. So anyway, it went on. I said, we're going to get a paycheck. I don't know what that means. Uh, like I said, we're going to have military executions. And from everything I can get together, I don't know if I can get anybody to admit it anymore now or not, but George Bush was executed. Had a military tribunal was executed. McCain was executed. Those were military tribunals. That'll all come out. I mean, I've already heard some of it. That will all come out. Uh, it's only the beginning. This everything's so treasonous right now. It's unreal. So I can't get into much of that. They'll shut me down if I do. Anyway, what I'm saying is things that things that come out of my mouth later happen. Right now, my latest call out that is significant of anything, we're going to be Canada. I don't know what it means, but they're having a lot of trouble up there with Trudeau, and I don't know what they're going to do, but I'd like to see Canada annexed into the United States. somehow, some kind of tie or something. But when I first got that thought, or that first thing come out of my mouth, I'm thinking, what the hell am I talking about? We gonna go to war with Canada? Now, that can't be. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. We're going to be Canada. I don't know what that means. Uh, Also, let me get this phone. When multimedia calls. Anyway, uh, I'm gonna get back with Judith and see if she's got anything. She's got some things to do, and I won't be able to get back with her for a while. But she's got she's got a lot of hopes that things are going to be really good. Now, here's the other thing. Something's been hitting me. I'm not an alien oriented kind of guy. I have an uncle that totally believes in aliens. He's seen a ship come right over his house. He's down in Alabama, and he fully believes in everything he's seen. Now, when I was in my 20s, some 50 years ago, I had a call out. This is where I knew what these things was. I didn't. I just like it's like back then it was just idiot. What the hell are you talking about? Uh, I was with my first wife and my best friend back then. We was standing there, and I just jumped up and said, there's 7 different aliens in our world. There's no conversation of that. It's just stuff. They're like, what are you, stupid? What are you talking about? I don't know. That's come out of my mouth. Well, a lot of people talked about more than 7 different aliens in this world. And for some reason, things that came up to me just recently got my attentions on some different angles. Uh, Aliens called the Nordics, Palladiums or something like that. There's the lizard people and the grays and all. A lot of stuff's popping up to me about this. And I never really thought too much about it, except for when me and Judith getting our stories together and what's going on with something's happening. It's adding up to a spiritual thing, and it's got to do with aliens. I don't know what. I don't know what. The government knows more about the aliens than they let on. You know, uh, President Eisenhower, he made deals with them for them to go out and abduct us and do what they wanted for their technology that we got from them. That's all. Look it all up. It's all there. Uh, One of our better presidents, John F. Kennedy, I listened to. I'm not telling you what I heard off the video. I listened to him make speeches when I was a young man, just to hear what he had to say. And his word was, in one of his speeches, he was going to divulge all the information about the UFOs. He was going to tell everybody. He was also going to eliminate the CIA. He was going to break them into 1,000 pieces. Well, somebody broke him first. That story, they won't let that come out. That's fine. That's fine. Everybody's smart enough they can figure it out. But the point being, government hides all this from us, and there's more stuff involved in all that. It's just the technology we got is so far advanced. You hear about how China has all the bigger army than we have, bigger navy than we have, and all. Don't mean nothing. Just to help make you people feel secure. We have weapons far beyond anything they can even think about touching. Nothing they can do to get to us because we are over weaponed with them. We got more. We don't have a lot of weapons. We have maybe let's say you take one of our weapons, that's like thousands of theirs. That was just one. We have weaponry like that. They have this laser thing that I studied on lasers years ago. Didn't really, I'm not an educated guy. I just do these things on my own. You know, I have no degrees in nothing or anything else, but I'm pretty knowledgeable about a lot of things. And the laser weaponry they're talking about, they've got it way far more advanced than we ever know. There's other weapons that they've got that we don't have no clue. China don't have no clue what they're dealing with when they want to come mess over here. They won't like it. So I want you people to feel a little secure with that. And I told you all before, the foots are coming out to the public. And there's signs of it right now, certain signs of it. Uh, I wanted to be involved in the fact that I wanted to ease this on to the government. But government knows more than I think they do. Not going to tell us what they know. I do know back when Mount St. Helens blew up, we lost a lot of foots, and the government knew it, and the government dealt with them. That's on. Look up Mount St. Helens, you can see some of it. But I don't know what the relationship was. The relationship I have with them is total trust. They trust me, I trust them, and I never give them any reason not to trust me because I never lied to them. Won't say nothing bad about them. I ain't telling you nothing that they don't want. If I know it, they want you to know it. That's the way that is. It took me a while to learn that because I knew about them for a long time before I ever told anybody about it. Because I didn't, they were a secret with me, and I kept it that way. Not that they told me that. They just, that's just what I presumed at the time. And then when we got to be more involved with each other, I start saying things. And then I realized that I'm not getting spanked for saying things. And I'm realizing, hey, they want this out. Why do they want it out? Because they want to come out to the people. They want to be treated like your next door neighbor. But God, let me tell you what, you do not, when it comes out that they're around, and people associate with them somewhat. The Indians used to. The Indians used to trade with them. But what I'm saying now is when it comes to the point when our civilization will have to deal with the foots, don't lie to them. Be honest with them. Suppress your fears of them because the ones I know that are the rebellious ones that are broke off from the alien oriented ones, they want to be our friends. And granted, there's still the alien oriented ones. I think that when Edgar was in Russia, and the Bigfooter in Russia gave Edgar that information to come back here and say all he said, which is everything I've said. I believe that might be the alien oriented ones. Just by little things that he said, I've picked up on that I think that's possibly the other side of the ones that I deal with. Ones I deal with are really kind of loving and very respectful, caring, and they look out for they look out for me. They look out for Judith. They have they have people that they watch over. I happen to be one. I don't take advantage of that issue, but I enjoy having Flower around with me. It's nice. I hear her in my head and I know she's there. I can talk to her. Like I said things in this shop when those guys come to do a documentary. I told them things in this shop about me and Flower. We just love each other. That's the way it is. I said, she loves me. I love her. And that's how we get along. No physical contact, nothing like that. So she went to Judith, had a talk with Judith. That conversation never went nowhere out of here. Whenever Judith told me, hey, Flower is thrilled to death that you told somebody you loved her. Because Flower went and told her. This is what we're dealing with. Something's way beyond us. The Foots have this ability that are way beyond us. Uh, they were brought here by aliens tens of thousands of years ago. I hate, I'm rehashing a bunch of stuff here on this video, and I probably don't need to, but this is all a fact. Any of you watching this video, I strongly suggest, if you haven't seen all my videos, to go through them so you understand what I've learned and you will understand what the Foots are about. Uh, they're very loyal. They watch over you. I'll tell you a little something that's funny. At I, my house out in the woods, I pull my screen door in. I got a rope type thing. I pull on the screen door on the handle. I take that, then I shut my door, lock the deadbolt, and I take this other thing and I wrap around the knob so they can't pull the screen door open. It's latched with a piece of rope like stuff. I do this religiously. One time, I when I come home, opened up my front door, and my rope's gone. Like, no, there's no way I forgot that rope. No way. Then another time I've come back and my gate was unlocked and pushed open. There's no way I would leave that house and leave the gate open. Then I couldn't find the lock. Then later I found the lock in my truck. Nope, nor in my Suburban. No place that I would have put it, but it was in there. So I got the message, and the message was from Flower. I got you covered. You don't need to lock nothing up. Nobody's going to bother your stuff. She's watching over my stuff. So, sounds crazy, but this is the way it is. I never failed to lock my gate, and I never failed to put that rope on my door. It had been taken off because you don't need this. Like I said, they do things in a way you have to understand them, which I do. Sometimes I miss things, but not very often. But that's life with them. But you're all going to learn this because they're going to be out here. They're going to be in the public. I hope everybody accepts them and does what's right with them. And God, don't even think about trying to hurt one. That's not good. They're not going to hurt nobody. Alien oriented ones, I don't know. You know, what you got with that is you got President Eisenhower that gave up, hey, take them if you want them, but you can go do your research on these people for their technology that we got. Look it up. It's on YouTube. Look it up. So I'm not telling you nothing that ain't out there for you to research and find. But I do really want you people to look up channeling. Look up the channeling because this is what I do, and sometimes it might be very important to listen to what I got to say because something might come up very good that you're going to need to know. And it's like what I do with the Foots is I come tell you people about it. Why do I do this? Because I want you to be informed for your benefit. I want you to be informed for their benefit. Everybody will benefit from all this. So that's where we're at with that for now. But anyway, when you see this video, send me comments. I want to know what you people think. I had one bad one a while back calling me a liar, you know, and I told him just the way it is, and I never heard back from him, but that's fine. I don't lie. Like I said, I offer a polygraph test. I just met a guy who just come here looking at my property. He's Russian born. And I told him about this, and he says, "Oh man, you can beat them blood tests. I'm from Russia. I know." Okay, that's fine. But Edgar's story and my story, that clinched it. I'm not lying about nothing. Got no reason to. I live a life that I'm up for ridicule at any time. Why would I put myself in this position? It's be stupid. So anyway, like I say, I had the one guy call me a liar and all this, that, and the other. I had told him just the way it was, and I don't know if he gets back on and comments again. I don't know. I don't care. Uh, you know, that could set somebody up for what they call a libel lawsuit or something for defamation of character or something like that. That's fine. I mean, I'd never go that route. I'd never pay him a visit, but that's another story. But I hope you people enjoy this. Like I say, hit the like button. Get me out there. That like button will get me out there somewhere. I need more people to know what's going on. And subscribe. Get anybody you can to subscribe. I need subscribers. I need like buttons. This all helps. People believe in what I'm doing and saying. Help me. Other thing is, I'm in Columbus. My video recorder is out to the house, which I'm going out here in a couple days and get. I might have found a way to get into it. That's something I found on YouTube. I might be able to get into it and save the hard drive with what's on it. If I do, you're going to see an alien of some kind. If here's what I know you're going to see. We come home, that alien thing was out there, and as soon as I could, I got out of the car and I come around and try to see what the hell it was because it took off through the yard. I couldn't find it. So I looked to see where he was at, where Sharon said she saw him right where he was at. I said, that's in the camera range. So I run in the house. I go in there and I go to get on my night owls, what it's called, and I want to look it up. I ain't got the code. I can't get it up on the screen to do anything. So I shut it down so I wouldn't lose it. Now, here's what we'll get. I know I'm going to show up on that film because I go through the camera's range right where that critter was. So I come through there and I went in the house. I'll be on that phone or on that film. Now, if it just shows me getting out of the car running through there, nothing going on before that, that thing ain't showing up on camera. I don't. That's one reason I don't want to spend $400 to get that data research because I could have something that won't film. Just because we see it doesn't mean it's going to be on that camera. But if it is, you're going to love it. You will love it. So I'll get out of the house in a couple of days and we'll take this other approach to get this thing going. I got to be careful with this night owl video recorder because if I screw it up, I'll lose everything, and I can't do that. So, and I really need to get my video recorder back on because I like keeping it on the property. It's been off all this time, but it stopped at that point. So we'll see what happens. I get all these things done. If everything I do don't work, I will spend the $400 taking a chance. But I don't have it right now because I'm making this move. So that's what's going on. I'm an open book, man. I'll tell you anything you want to know about me. You know, anything you want to know. That's all I can do. All right. Like button, subscribe button. Make sure you're getting notified, the whole bit. So see y'all later. Bye.